Hey, Shalom, Shalom, and stuff. So, by giving no praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahshua, Bashem, Kakadash, double honors the apostles of Great Milton, and honesty, brothers, doing the work of the Most High in truth and in sincerity. Yahweh, that's the raw name of whom the world ignorantly calls God, Jehovah, or Yahweh. His raw name is Yahweh, and the Son's true name is Yahweh Shai. When we pray Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahshua, Ba meaning in, Her meaning then, Shah meaning name. It's a quick one from a little couple of minutes ago. It says Ukraine, Russia plans biggest war in Europe since 1945. Boris Johnson, right? And at first I read this, I was like, whoa. But then then, Spirit had me really think about this more logically, right? Because basically all that means it just has to be bigger than, say, Yugoslavia war, right? Which, although that was, bloody whatever, what have you, to bring comparisons to World War Two, right, is basically, he's definitely trying to push an agenda here. Now, as always, we understand that prophecy must needs be fulfilled, so we know that this won't lead to World War Three directly, right, because certain things need to happen first, i.e. the MOTB is pursuing to Revelation, the 13th chapter, around about the 15th verse onwards. Okay, so yeah, you know that this is just, a bit of fear mongering, if you will. But for us, it's like, yo, hey, bring it on, right? Why? Because this is the fulfillment of prophecies. Matthew 24:6 says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Right? And why is the end not yet? So we read, this is Isaiah 55:11. Right, it says, "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void." Right, so the Lord has prophesied certain other things to happen. For instance, the time of Jacob's trouble. I read that in Jeremiah the 30th chapter, 6 and 7, verses 6 and 7. Right, you read that down to the 12th chapter. Also speaks about, a time like never before. Right, and nothing's happened yet. Okay, now we do know, obviously, if these close by European nations would be at threat if they tried to posture and intervene with Russia and this and the other, if it does go to some kind of war. But in terms of the war to end all wars, i.e. World War III, this ain't the one, right? Because the very fact is we can still report on these things, right? But what does the scriptures say? Scripture says that in that time we ain't gonna be able to do that, right? This is Amos 8 and 11. So behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I'll send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. Right, so we haven't been kicked off the streets yet, right? We haven't been, directly persecuted, and and this, that, and the other. So we understand that although this is, a point in the right direction, right? This is a point in the right direction. This isn't the war to end all wars, and this is just, slick talk from from this devil here, Boris Johnson. Okay, it's just a little bit of slick talk to because like I said at first, I was like, oh shit, but then really stopping you deeper, it's just like actually just has to be a little bit bigger. Because I think Yugoslavia is probably the last. I forget off the top of my head. But yeah, so that's basically what it is, right? But yeah, man. So yeah, it's just another war, another rumor of war. Yeah, man. So yeah, like I said, just a quick one. Till next time we say Shalom.